Hey everybody.
Hi guys.
So,
Dr. Josh Axe. I'm Dr. Chelsea Axe. Welcome to the Axe Family YouTube channel. We're so happy you joined us today. We are gonna go over kind of just a recap of the first try and give you guys an update on exactly where we are at in the pregnancy, or where I'm at. I guess you're in it.
I'm part of the journey.
Team effort, right? Kind of. Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to go through, where you're at. We're going to talk about some of the, how we shared this with my parents, with Chelsea's parents, with our family.
Big news.
So we will dive in and talk about all that stuff right now. Yeah. So how far along are you?
I am 20 weeks. Believe it or not, I know. We're halfway.
Yeah. So due date end of April. It's coming fast, and so. Yeah.
Teach their own on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So do you want to share how you told me?
Yeah. It was very, very low key. I probably should have done a better job of being more into it.
So something you need to know about Chelsea, she's very anticlimactic. She's very, very just casual. That's how I'll put it. You're very casual about how you share even big news.
Well, I don't like to be like the center of attention, so like anything that would like cause that to like increase, I like to like dumb down a little bit. It's just
so there's some people that are dramatic, and then Chelsea's the complete opposite end of the spectrum, to where we both are not very dramatic people in terms of we love we love reading our books. We're both very introverted, and so it's just the way we are. So anyways.
Yeah, so I consistently see our acupuncturist, Gil Benami. He's amazing. So I've already been seeing him for a while, and he was working on me, and he'd already 2 weeks prior felt my pulse and said, "Your pulse feels very good." And I was like, "Okay, great." He's like, "No, it feels very good." So at that point, I went home and I told Josh it was way too early to take a test or anything, but he had already noticed that there were changes going on in my uterus and in my body. And so he said, in 2 weeks time-ish, make sure we do take a test and or come back and so I can feel your pulse again, and we can kind of see exactly where you're at and what's happening in your body. So it wasn't like complete shock.
Right. So
and we were trying.
Yeah, so we were trying, and it is pretty incredible. You look at the power of a lot of these ancient forms of healthcare, like acupuncture and other things, to where, acupuncturists, if they're really in tune, like and he's actually one of our dearest, closest friends. I meet with him monthly, and we talk through Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, biblical health, all this sort of stuff. But he's able to feel the pulse and actually able to tell what's going on within your organ systems and if you're pregnant or not. So, for instance, and he can actually tell more likely if it might be a boy, if it might be a girl, the gender based on if it's how strong your pulse is on your left or right. So I'll just explain this in 30 seconds quick, not to take a lot of time, but your pulse in your tongue. So when you look at your tongue today, if there's a white coating on it, it tends to mean you have candida. In Chinese medicine, they call that dampness. If there's ridges on the side of your tongue, that means there's severe digestive issues going on, and even things like irritable bowel syndrome. If you've got a coating just on the back of your tongue, that's adrenal fatigue and hypothyroidism. So there's adrenal and thyroid issues on the back of your tongue. The tip of your tongue is red. It means you haven't been sleeping well. That's actually causing issues of the heart and inflammation. So you can tell so much from your tongue and from your pulse. And so Gil's able to tell, in fact, like there's 3 different pulses or areas they feel. So you can tell digestive system, detoxification system, immune system on this arm, and then there's different on the other. And there's also something called yin and yang in the body, which is essentially your hormones. Yin is very feminine hormones like estrogen, progesterone. Yang is more adrenaline and testosterone and those sort of hormones. So you can tell versus, hey, how strong in one side of your body, your right side is yin, left side is yang. So depending on how strong the pulses are on each side too, can actually kind of give you some indicators of potentially even what the gender is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But circling back.
Yeah, so sorry, that was my little
it was great, and it's amazing. Coming back to, so it wasn't a surprise, or he wasn't completely caught off guard. So I'd already told him, he'd already talked to Gil.
Super excited.
So we went on a trip to New York with a bunch of our friends, and then we came back, and it was like a few days early to be taking a test, but I was like, what the heck, I'm just gonna do it.
Well, one of the things you said is actually when we were in New York, so I was excited, and then Chelsea in New York said, I don't know if I am or not. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because
like,
you had no symptoms. You felt totally fine,
totally
and you're
normal.
like, I don't know if I actually am. And so it's kind of like, well, we'll see, and, it didn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We really tried to, like, remove pressure. And again, we'll talk about this more in another video. Even, like, the lead up of getting pregnant and the whole process of it. But for me, because I'm super competitive and I'm an Enneagram 3, so I like to achieve and I like to win. So I like to be in control so I can like be the best. But this is one of those things that you can't control. So it's like that, finding that balance of wanting to be like hyper in control and like, make my body do this specific thing, knowing like a specific window, but at the same time having absolutely no control over it whatsoever.
Well, and I think that speaks so much to people. And I know we have a lot of people watching. So many of you guys have kids. Some of you don't have kids yet. And some of you have maybe tried or been pursuing that for a couple months or many years. And so anyways, we know, and we always want to be sensitive to the fact and knowing that, sometimes it takes it takes time.
Absolutely.
And listening to your body. And so again, and that's what Chelsea's talking about. So sometimes things aren't within your control as well, in terms of if your body is deciding to, create a new being, essentially. And so again, and that's something I think we want to talk to in the future as well, because we know what a difficult situation that can be, and some things that we know in terms of, healthcare, in terms of some things you even did, certain foods you ate, things you really did to start
things that you can do to actually support your body in it, but
and your fertility.
Absolutely, and getting your body ready and prepped. But we'll do a whole nother video on that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, so then we told our parents. Well, no, go ahead.
We're jumping way ahead of the game here.
Sorry.
So I get back, so I took a test, and it was positive. Now, it was one of those ones with the lines, so it was like a faint line, but me being, first timer at this, it's like, the faint line, you're like, is it really a line? And, they say if you look at any of the pictures, like if there is a line, it's a line. But, I'm like, it's not like a really like dark line. So is it really a line? So I was like, I don't know if I even told him the very first day I took a test. So I was like, it could not be a line. I'll just take one again in like the next 24 to 48 hours.
No, you told me, you came in and said it's a faint line. And then again, I was excited. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah,
that's how anticlimactic that part was.
No, but I was excited. I was immediately excited, super excited. So, and then you called and told,
so then 2 days later, I was like, I want to take a digital one to be sure. The one that actually says yes or no, where there's no of that like gray area. And I kept forgetting to take it. I was going to take it first thing in the morning because I say that's when like the hormone is going to be the strongest to detect. And I'd forgotten. And so Josh had asked me, and I was supposed to go meet up with Sean, one of my best friends. So he's like, quick, take the test. I was like, okay, I'll do it before I leave. And so I ended up going in there, taking the test, and it's, a yes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. That's crazy. And he was on the phone.
I already knew you were pregnant, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. But, and then you were on the phone already.
You have to be triple sure. I knew.
Yeah,
but you had to be triple sure, so.
Yeah, that's just how I am.
Yep.
I gotta be like, by the book, make sure.
Yeah.
And then, so I walk out, and he's on the phone, playing a game, or you were working on the computer or something.
Oh, talking to
Dave.
Yeah.
Or somebody.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, he's on the phone, so I can't it was on speakerphone. So I was just like, hey, it was a yes. I'm leaving.
Which was fine. I kind of already knew, but yeah, it's.
But he was like on the phone too, so he was like, what? I'll call you.
Yeah, I was like,
I literally walked out the door.
So anyway, so we were so excited. We told, the first people we told were
Sean and Andrew that night.
Sean and Andrew.
Yeah, we went right over to their house and immediately told them.
And if you're not following them, you should. It's Sean Johnson East and Andrew East.
The East fam on YouTube. They have an amazing channel.
And they just
had a baby girl.
Had their baby, so they're going to be born within 5.5 months of each other. And we're actually going to live close to them, very close, and so
they'll grow up together. Their babies will. We're excited.
We're excited.
We're so excited.
They're an amazing family to follow too. If you want to see, people that really are just have amazing hearts, amazing faith, amazing, going to be great parents. So again, you should check them out too.
Yeah.
So then we told your parents.
Yes, they were. It was a couple weeks later. They were in town.
Yeah. So we kind of looked at our calendar, like, well, okay, yeah, your parents are coming in town.
Yeah, and it was like we were in. I think it was week 7, 8-ish when we told my parents.
Oh, week 8, yeah.
And they were. I actually originally. I don't think I was planning on necessarily telling them right then. I was gonna wait a little bit, but they were staying with us, and it was middle of the first try, and I wasn't feeling the greatest.
And you're wearing those C-bands.
And I was wearing the C-bands. Again, we're gonna do a whole nother video on what I did, like how I felt morning sickness, the nausea, what I did to combat it, the whole process of it. So we'll go into great detail there. So don't worry, stay tuned. That video is coming. But I did have some morning sickness and some nausea. And so because they were staying with us, I was like, your parents know you. There's no way I was gonna fake that.
Oh yeah, I knew you're not gonna keep that from your mom.
Yeah, there's no way she would have picked that up in a second. So they got there. I think that late, like that afternoon, that evening or late afternoon, we sat down. We were outside with them, and
yeah,
I don't even remember how did we tell them that? It was, we asked them. We said like, we're gonna need you to make a trip back here in April. And just to make sure that your calendar is pretty clear for a good length of time or something.
And it's because you're going to be a grandma and a grandpa.
Yeah.
And her mom just, by the way, your mom's a crier. So she just cried. So it was great.
Yeah,
it was such
good.
an awesome experience. Your dad teared up a little bit and it was awesome.
Yeah.
So it was great.
Yeah.
And then about 4 weeks later, my parents were coming in town. So again, we wanted to do this in person. My parents were already coming in town. And so, and it was my sister's birthday. So we went over, they live about 40 minutes south of here in Franklin, Tennessee. We're in Nashville. And so we went down to their house. And so with my sister's birthday, we got her a gift, but we have my niece and nephew who are 2 and 4.
3, 4.
Yeah, no, 2 and 4, around there. So we got them these little shirts, and one of them, and they said, I'm going to be a big cousin. So one had like this unicorn on it and said, I'm going to be a big cousin. The other one had like this
tractor on it. It said,
tractor, I dig it, like a backhoe.
I dig it.
And he loves, like, backhoes are like his thing. Like, it's his favorite thing in the world. So anyways, we got him these shirts. We said, hey, kids, open up. So my mom and dad were there. And so the kids opened up their shirts and they're like, what does it say? So then, my mom saw, my mom just loved it, so she's a crier too. Not quite as much as your mom, probably doesn't quite. Chelsea's mom cries once a week, which we love. Like, she has such an amazing, compassionate heart and has moved so much with my mom too. And my mom has been bothering me for years. So, because I'm 38, you're 31. And so my mom, her big thing was finally, which I know there's some people on Facebook who are like, when are you guys having kids? But my mom was so excited and she just kept saying finally and crying.
Yeah, she told me over and over, you made me wait so long.
That's right.
Like, I was just taking my time, went on.
Yep. Oh yeah. So anyways, it was a great experience, and we love sharing these things with our family, and we have great families. That's another thing we feel really blessed about, is having such great parents and upbringing growing up.
Yeah, they're all super, super excited, and we're having to try to limit their shopping already.
Oh my gosh. Her mom, if we didn't so we told her you have to wait till after Christmas to go and buy.
Oh, I told her.
Because your mom would have bought 50 things already.
Well, and I think she actually
she's already buying lots of stuff.
She's definitely affirmed that she's buying things. She's just not vocalizing what she's buying. So who knows? Yeah, I'm one of those people. Like, people ask me, like, have you bought stuff? I hate waiting. I'm not very patient. Like, for Christmas gifts, when I give my Christmas gift, even if it's 3 weeks early, I want to give it. I do give it. I don't wait. I give it to you 3 weeks early, just because I don't like to wait and I get excited. And so this is, you don't really get a choice with a baby. You have to wait. And so I think buying things, I don't know. I feel like it would make the waiting seem longer. I don't know. That's just how I'm kind of wired more so. I can kind of more not detach from it, but put it off where it feels more surreal. And then when it gets closer, kind of do more of a build up of oh my gosh, it's gonna happen soon. Baby's coming, So I'm letting them all do the shopping for now.
So, and by the way, so Chelsea and I, we go to the mall maybe twice. We don't even go, we go to our own mall maybe once a year because we're like, hey, let's go walk around. But typically when we shop, we go to New York, do a trip there. Because I'll do You know,
Or online.
whether it's Dr. Oz show
Online
or another
shopping.
show, but typically that's where we've done in-person shopping the most. But yeah,
Yeah.
we do online shopping, and
Neither of us are huge shoppers.
yeah, we're not really shoppers. But
Yeah.
your mom and sister
They're shoppers.
and my mom,
They're all shoppers.
I mean, they are big. Yeah, they love shopping. So there's gonna be lots and lots of
We're not gonna be
things
lacking.
for the for the kiddo, for the baby. So we're so excited. So I mean, we hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We're gonna do some of our upcoming videos. We're covering one on natural remedies for morning sickness, the essential oils during pregnancy, herbs that are safe to take during pregnancy, the C-Bands herbal tea. So that I'm super stoked. That video is gonna be awesome. We're also gonna be doing gender reveal.
Yes, we're finding out. And
Gender.
we're gonna let you know.
And we're gonna let you know. So hey, make sure to subscribe here if you're not
Yes,
subscribed. We've got a
subscribe.
lot of great videos coming out.
If you have any
on-
questions, comments, make sure you comment down below. We would love to hear from you, interact with you.
And we're going to bring you through our midwife appointment.
Yes.
So we have our midwife here in Nashville. We're going to be doing a home birth. So we're going to walk you through all of those things, why we decided to do these different things as well. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and you think someone else should watch it, hey, take the link, send it to a friend, let people know about it. But again, we appreciate you guys who are here on this journey with us in the Axe Baby 2020 campaign. I don't know. But it's going to be great. It's
gonna be great.
Anyways, hey, thanks guys for watching, and we'll be back soon. We got a lot more videos coming out, and have a great week.
Bye,
Thanks.
guys.